Hey everybody, welcome back to HNS Collectibles. It's Cody and I've got my December haul all around me to go through with you. So December was a busy month. I had a lot of pickups that I got on my own, and then of course we had Christmas, which was awesome. I had a whole week off with the family and we went on a trip down to Tennessee. Stopped into a couple stores that I was able to shoot some footage in. I'm going to do them in a combined video later, but just a quick preview. One was called Kryptonite Character Store down in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee, and the other is called the Heroes Realm in Lexington, Kentucky. Only ended up buying one thing at either store. Other members of my family bought more, but I just found one thing that I like that I'll show you as we go. But quick rundown. A couple of these things I know I have shown already in separate little haul videos, and I'll try to stay kind of organized here, but start off with some NECA figures. So I got the Decker Nightbreed figure, and I showed this in my video on Kokomo Toys and Collectibles. Picked that up at their store. And let's see, another NECA. I got this guy in the mail from Amazon. It's the NECA Cult Classics plaid shirt zombie to go with my Dawn of the Dead collection. He came what I guess they consider damaged. His head was off in the packaging. I think I covered that in a separate video on him, but I'm an out of the package collector, so I got him for about half of what he's typically going for, and then just popped his head back on, so that worked out great. Saved me $25. Let's see, NECA. Separate video I already did this past week, but I got the They Live figures. And I think that their faces just look fantastic. The clothing on the male is a little bit of a problem, and then actually since making the video I have found that the legs on the female alien are problematic because her skirt is so snug that it pulls the legs together. If you try to spread her feet apart a little bit, they end up coming back together, and then she's wearing these high heels, so she's having issues standing, and before I bother putting them in my cabinet, I'm going to have to build them a little stand, and I think I'm also going to do a backboard so I can attach that TV behind them, so that'll work out. Other NECAs, let's see, I got the Godzilla versus Mothra Godzilla by NECA. I'll try to show him without a glare. Keep glaring off my computer screen. I have not opened him yet. I have not made a video of him yet. There's some shots from the back of the package. But he'll have a separate video here upcoming soon. And I'm going to save the other one and actually split it up into Christmas and non-Christmas, I guess. Yeah, I have no organization for this video. Can you tell I'm going into this cold? Let's see, non-Christmas. Well, Christmas related. This Godzilla ornament that I picked up at Kokomo Toys and Collectibles. I showed him in that video as well, but very cool the way he lights up, and his breath lights up, and then the building lights up on fire. I really like that ornament. That's cool. It was from I think Carlton Ornaments or Carlton Cards. I guess they're maybe a competitor for Hallmark. I'd never heard of them, but my wife knew the name. And let's see, well, we can delve into some DVDs and Blu-rays here. So non-Christmas related, of course, I got let's see, I am so sorry for being unprepared before I started filming. From my good buddy Mark of Horror, his Thanksgiving contest, I got the 13 Ghosts on DVD, the original, and the Friday the 13th Blu-ray set. I've watched a couple of these to see how they look, and they look really good. I was impressed. And then off my real good buddy Q the Horror Fan, I bought a couple more Blu-rays off him that he shipped me in the mail. He got me the Arrow release of House by the Cemetery and the Synapse Films release of Tenebrae by Dario Argento. So I haven't seen Tenebrae in a long time, and it's probably been 5 years or better since I watched House by the Cemetery, so I gotta watch them to get caught up. The other Blu-ray pickup, of course, was the Phantasm set that came out, the new Sphere collection. So now I finally have a full-size Sphere in my collection, and this, honestly, at least from what I picked up, items that I buy myself, this might be purchase of the year for me. I was so excited that this was coming. I'm a huge Phantasm fan and always have been, and I always try to expose as many people as I can to that film series. So I think that's it for Blu-rays, non-Christmas items. I did get the Blob versus the Stuff set from Faint of Heart Creations. I have an issue with this being broken in shipping, and I have not heard back from them yet, so that's a little bit disappointing. I don't know if I will or not. We'll see. Let's keep hoping. Let's see. Oh, and one other thing I found here, so I'll show you the box first. One of my favorite shows that me and my wife like to watch is iZombie, and this is a figure of Gwendolyn from the comic series, from Vertigo. Vertigo Statues, DC Entertainment, and she comes with two heads, and I only have one head out right now, but she's got her regular head that you can see on the package there, and then what I've actually got out on the statue right now is her rotted away half zombie face. And you see the base says iZombie. She's standing on a brain. There's a zombie hand reaching up from the brain to grab her. I decided to go with the zombie head. They're just magnetic and stick on, because she's peeling the skin back from her hand. She's got one zombie leg, and I thought it just looked better consistent up the statue. So I picked this up at the Heroes Realm, which I'll, like I said, feature in a separate video. I might do a closer look at her in a video combined with footage from the store. That's definitely one store that if you get a chance, you're in that area, Lexington, Kentucky, I would check them out. Super nice folks, nice little comic shop. So let's see, a couple of vinyls this month that I've already covered in other videos. The new Mondo release of Ghostbusters original score with some very cool art. I got a separate video on that if you want a closer look. And the Waxworks release of Jason Lives. And besides being awesome Jason music, this just has awesome art in the release. So those are the only two albums for right now. And now I think we're into just the straight Christmas presents. So things that people got me for Christmas. Start off with this was from the wife. She got me Butterman from Hot Fuzz, a Dorb of him. Of course, Hot Fuzz is one of my favorites. I love the whole Cornetto trilogy, but Hot Fuzz is a good one. A Man-at-Arms Dorbs. So as a kid, I was a huge Masters of the Universe fan. Didn't really care for G.I. Joe, didn't get into Voltron, but I was big into Masters of the Universe. So I've got the He-Man and Skeletor Dorb, so Man-at-Arms will look good with him up there. She got me this Terminator statue from Kenner. He says 1992 Carol Co. on the leg, so I don't know if that's just movie property rights or, I mean, this was probably out at the time of the movie. He did have some buttons on the back, but he does not work anymore. She picked this up at one of our secondhand toy stores here locally. His arms move up and down, but that's about it. His hands don't move, his head doesn't move. And he has 5 buttons on his back, so I would assume that he probably says, he probably said, "I'll be back," or he said, "Come with me if you want to live," or, there was probably a few lines from the movie. And looking up inside, there are holes around the cybernetic eyes, so he might have possibly lit up even. I'm not too sure, so this is one that I need to research, but this is one that I walked past at the toy store when I went in there several times, and they didn't want a lot of money for him, but I just kept looking at it wondering, do I need that? Should I get that? Do I need that? And I think she read my mind and decided I needed it for Christmas, so thank you, dear. I like him. And then let's see, what else? She got me another Vinamate, so we both like the Vinamates. I've got Vinamate Godzillas that I did recently, and then Vinamate Ripley and the Alien, but she got me a Vinamate of the Gunslinger from the Dark Tower that Idris Elba played. Better picture of him on the side there, but very cool. I like the Dark Tower. I know a lot of people complained about that movie. I was not a big enough fan, I guess, of the books to get mad about it. I only read the first 3 books, and I read them clear back in junior high, so I can't even hardly remember what was in the book. So I thought the movie was entertaining, and I was happy with it. And with that, I think I'll hop over into the discs that I got. First, she got me the Dark Tower on Blu-ray, and it came with a digital code that I'll be giving away in a upcoming video. My in-laws got me 2 steelbooks. Very cool. They know that I'm Godzilla kaiju fan, and the first one they got me was the Mothra steelbook, and forget the name of the company here that's doing these. Columbia Pictures, but Mill Creek. Yeah, Mill Creek. So, and one that I like about this in particular, the little Mothra fairies stay on the slip cover, and the steelbook slides down in. So, and the tagline is on there too. But pretty neat art on that, I think. Of course, Mothra is a classic on its own. One of the good standalone movies. I think it was better than Rodan. And there's the inside of it. So I haven't played this yet to see what it's like, but been quite a while since I watched Mothra, so I'll probably try to do that soon. And then they got me Series 2 of Ultraman, and similar here. This is from Mill Creek as well. Print on the slipcover. This one comes with a booklet. It's got a list of who he fights in each episode, a little synopsis of each episode, and this is, I believe, a 6-disc set with a digital code, so I'll probably be giving that digital code away as well. But yeah, 3 discs on each side, and I think it said a total runtime of 16 and a half hours. So I joked with a couple a couple folks that, man, my wife is really in for it. Now I got 16 and a half hours of Ultraman I can go watch. So those are cool. I really like those. And let's see. My brother-in-law got me this. This was a Loot Crate item from Dead Rising. I don't know if you played the Dead Rising game very much, but it was one of my favorites, where you can take different everyday items and tape them together to make custom weapons. So this is the sledgehammer buzzsaw weapon from the game, and it's an ink pen. Take it apart. Ink pen. So Loot Crate exclusive. I'm not too sure exactly when this came out from Loot Crate, but very cool, and in its original box. So I like that. That's fun. That's man, I got my son the PS3 one year, and I bought Dead Rising, and I killed a lot of hours during Christmas break killing zombies. One more I'm going to throw in here. This is actually my daughter's. Got it for her. She got it from Santa. But Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. She loves this movie. I enjoyed going and seeing it with her. I like it. I grew up on those books. I bought her those books, and we both really like it. That movie and the new Child's Play is kind of a, I guess, our special movies for the year. So she really enjoyed seeing them. And we're getting down to the wire here. A couple things. I've held you up for almost 20 minutes now, but a couple new coffee mugs. Let's see. Michael Myers looks like part 6 to me, and it says "Terror never rests in peace," orange on the inside. Pretty cool. Not too sure what store that she got this from, but I like that, so I'm going to be taking that to work and probably weirding out people around me. And then a Welcome to Camp Crystal Lake coffee mug with Jason on the other side. So coffee mugs is something else I collect. I have a lot of them at work. Terminator, Marvel, Star Trek, all kinds of stuff. So something else that my in-laws got me is this book called Horror Cinema, the best scary movies of all time. So let's see this book. It's 650 pages almost, loaded with images from movies, descriptions of movies. It's broken up into sections on movies on the living dead, the undead, monsters, just all kinds of great stuff. You know, there's Godzilla. This is a cool book, and if you're interested in looking up this book, it's from let's see, Paul Duncan and Jürgen Mueller. If I can get that in focus for you. But yeah, it's called Horror Cinema. So that's going to be handy to have around. That's probably going to be, I think, as good of a reference as my Living Dead book that I have. And then a couple last items here. My wife got me a new mouse pad. She knows how much I like The Shining. And I've been talking for a while about buying. We found a Shining rug that was a runner that I was going to put in the hallway in front of my new cabinet that I built this past spring. And she looked for it. She didn't know where to find it, but she did find this. So that's my new mouse pad here in my office. And then the real cool thing that she got me was the last NECA I was going to show. It's the Burning Godzilla from the new movie. This was a Target exclusive, and I tried to have a buddy who lives closer to the closest Target to me, which is about an hour away, check to see if they have it, but that Target Their NECA section is lousy. It's either just lousy, lousily kept, or constantly being sold out. I don't know. But when I go there, it always just looks like crap, and there ain't much there to be had. I think I've only ever bought a couple things off that store from their NECA section. But she got this on Target.com, and after he couldn't find it, I just kind of forgotten about it. So it's funny. She went and unfollowed NECA on Facebook because we share our Facebook account. She unfollowed NECA so I wouldn't see any announcements about it. She went to a lot of trouble to make sure I didn't go and buy this thing on my own. So he'll have a separate video later. But that's it. That's the December haul, the Christmas haul. A lot of cool things, lot of nice additions to the collection, and that pretty well wraps up 2019 for me. So I'll be posting this, I hope, New Year's Eve. I'm filming it the day before, and I just want to say it's been a great year. I appreciate everybody coming by. Like I said, I'm always flattered that anybody would want to stop and hear what's going on or what I'm up to, and just really appreciate it. So I hope you all had a great 2019. I'm looking forward to a cool 2020. Be on the lookout. There'll be some I know videos coming up to give away some of those digital codes. I think last I looked, I was at 283 subs. So there'll probably be a 300 subscriber contest soon where I'll give away a couple of things, and then I'll have my 1-year anniversary on YouTube approaching in March. So a lot of cool things coming up. So like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I hope you had a great Christmas, and I hope that you have a fantastic and safe Happy New Year. So until next time, I'll talk to you later. Thanks.